whole time.
No, we weren't.
What the fuck?
Nope. Because you told me to hold on.
No, I didn't.
You're like, hold on, bro, hold on. I got to do this thing with this thing.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, what is it? And you're like, just hold on, bro.
Whatever. We got a spindrift this time.
Spindrift.
Spindrift es como mejor de la croix.
Did you call it a whore?
Yep. Superior.
Nice.
Superior. That's hold on.
Oh. Yeah, when you do that one to that one, it hits you right in the fucking teeth, doesn't it?
You do it good.
Yeah.
You must have a lot of practice with that shit. Slurping.
I knew you were going there. I knew it. I fucking knew it. What's up, man? You had an interesting.
Why is my chair way back here?
Because I had to do some things. So,
fuck you.
You know, fucking move it forward. Oh, I had to do some things.
All right,
Hang
we're good.
This, do this. All
we're
right.
good.
All right, we're good.
First of all, people, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the podcast, please. Please help us out, guys and girls. Beauty and Brawn Podcast, Spotify. Spotify. We're not on Apple yet.
Not yet.
But that's in the works.
Working on it.
Spotify and YouTube.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
to our unsponsored sparkling water, Spindrift.
Spindrift.
Go get some.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Spindrift.
Oh. Well.
Wait, cheers. We did it backwards. Boom.
Yeah, we fucked that up. Yeah,
now this is too much sparkling water in a row. My carbonation is getting in my stomach
it's
now.
It's not too bad. It tastes all right.
All right, man.
All right, man.
We're up.
What's up, dude?
Nothing. What's up with you?
You're lying.
No,
there's not a lot.
There's not a lot up with me.
You're lying. Because I'm gonna get right into it. It's kind of interesting because I go and I see your Instagram story and you're like, "That's it, guys. I'm done with Instagram. Fuck you. I'm out."
I didn't say fuck you. I said I love everybody.
I love everybody.
This is something that I've been wanting to do for. Did I say that? If I didn't, that's what I meant. But it's just time. I think that's what I said. It's time. This shit's over. Like, and I said also something for my mental health. But really, what I meant was mental health in the aspect of I spend too much time on it that's unnecessary, and I don't even have that time to spend on it. So I'm getting pushed back with the things that I do need to spend time with, and that's just like it. Remember we talked about last time how there's an internal governor with our food intake, etc.
Yep.
There's also an internal governor with me with what's bullshit to allow in and what I should be doing instead of, and that's kicked in the last. I mean, realistically, for the last couple of years, but I've just been dismissing it, and now it's just too prevalent for me to dismiss, and I did TikTok, I did Facebook, I did Instagram, I did all of it. The only Instagram I have is for Beauty and Brawn.
So you got rid of social media altogether?
Yeah, altogether, and I didn't just deactivate; I fucking deleted. It's gone forever in the ether. All the photos and videos are fucking gone in the cloud or whatever they exist in now.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it should come as no surprise, man. When I do something, it's just like it's either black or it's white.
Yeah, you go
typically.
you go to the extreme.
So it's just I don't want to have a crutch. I don't want to be able to go back if I want to. And if I want to go back, I want to start from ground zero if I decide to go back. But I can't see that happening because at least in the state that I'm in right now. I'll make a stillman argument for social media. I think it is really good in the respects of who you follow. If you follow productive people that have something of substance to say,
yeah.
But then it also that can be bad too because then you start to become a mirror almost of who they are. And I don't like that.
And not like your
not
own
like yourself.
Individual.
Yes, because you could be listening to somebody for so long and you start to pick up their rhetoric and then you start talking like them to some degree. This happened to me a couple of years back when I listened to Jordan Peterson. I've talked about this ad nauseum on my podcast. When I started consuming so much Jordan Peterson, I started to almost talk like him. And that was like a red flag to me, dude. Like this is just because I think somebody is a bright intellect doesn't mean that I need to adopt exactly how they speak or what they talk about or anything. And let me give you some context here. Like, I didn't talk like them, like Canadian or anything. I didn't talk like the words that maybe I picked up some of the words that he used, but I didn't adopt his philosophies and just copy and paste onto my shit. I took what he said and then I filtered it in with what I have and what I believe, and then I dispensed that after that, or rather in as a product. But still, that's not authentic enough for me. I'd rather be in the dark, not know shit, and figure it out for myself than have sort of like some beacon of lights, which is probably the reason why I'm against having mentors. I'm against admiring people. I'm not admiring, I'm against looking up to people. I don't do that. I never have. The only man I look up to is my father. Mm-hmm. And that's the only man I'll ever look up to. And maybe Jesus, because obviously Jesus has a pretty crazy, straight, pure walk.
Yeah.
If in fact he did live. I will say that, because we don't know. There is no evidence to support that. Not that I know of, at least. So if he did in fact live, then that's also somebody that I would look up to, admire. But real men living, my dad, that's it. And that's it, man. So, but in a nutshell, without getting too much into it, that's why. And I just saw that I went on my profile, or I tried to log into the profile. I can't log in, which is good. But then I saw because I will copy and I will, share the stories of the Beauty and Brown podcast. And I saw that I'm still on the message thread. So I have to, and then I clicked on the message thread and I can go into my profile still. So I clearly didn't do it right.
Oh, shit.
I have to go, I have to do this after the podcast. I have to figure that out.
I think you probably have to go online, like not through your phone.
Oh, online.
Yeah, I think you have to go I think you have to go on the.
Can I do it? Okay, we'll do it after the podcast.
Yeah.
Could we do it here?
I don't see why not.
Okay. You don't have anywhere to go?
No, I'm actually
not today.
No, not today. I'm
Okay.
actually doing okay today.
Okay, good.
Yeah, man.
So I'll do it after the podcast. But yes, so anyways, that's that. I don't care. I love the people, some of the people, most of the people on Instagram that I follow, but I don't care about. I just don't care about viewing it anymore. Like I said, it's infiltrating my life in a negative way.
So let me ask you this. Now, since you've deleted for now, what, 72 hours? Give or take?
No, so I let the story run for 24 hours to let everybody know, and then I deleted it yesterday. What I thought was deleting it yesterday.
Okay, so yesterday. Okay.
At 2.
Okay, so in that time frame of 8 hours, we'll just roughly take 8 hours. How do you feel not being able to look at it? Like, did you delete the apps too? Like, obviously you didn't delete the app. You didn't delete the Instagram one, obviously,
right?
Because you do, yeah. But did you delete like the Facebook app? Did you delete the TikTok app? Did you delete those off your phone?
I deleted the TikTok app. I deleted the Facebook. I deleted mine on Facebook, but I also have a Facebook business profile.
Yeah.
So I kept that.
Okay.
So I have to keep the Facebook for that. But on my Facebook business, I don't follow anybody, or at least if I do, I don't know who they are.
I don't think you can. I don't know.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah, I have no idea. That's very new to me.
There's no like explore, like I wouldn't go into an explore page for that, or I wouldn't go into, it would just be just my business app or my business page, and the actual profile itself for Facebook. I was reading up on how to delete it. Not deactivate it, because when you go to deactivate or delete it, they only give you the option, at least that I could see, at least on the phone, platform. You can only deactivate it.
Yeah.
So I deactivated it, and then I went into understand more of the language behind Facebook and what you can do to actually delete it for good. And I didn't really come across anything, significant, but I did see one page or one. What do you call it? Like blog that said you should, when you deactivate it, at least stay off it for 2 weeks, and then maybe something. I don't know if she was trying to say that it's after you stay off for 2 weeks at minimum, it then goes away. That doesn't seem right to me, but I don't know. I'm just gonna play it by ear, and if I can somehow get back in, because I know I can get back into it, but I'm not sure how to delete it. If anybody knows, like, please tell me how to delete it for good, because I did my best in trying to delete it, and all the best I could was deactivate it. And then I was reading somebody say stay off it for at least 2 weeks, if not longer. I don't know what that is because of. I don't know if that's like Facebook seeing that you're serious about the deactivate and then they delete it for you. I don't bro, I don't know. Social media is all, even though I understand it, I don't understand the techie side, and I don't understand, like, there's not really a techie side, but like, fuck, dude, deactivating it, I'd rather just delete it. So I did the best I could. Maybe I'll do more research on it if there's something I missed to try to really to try to deactivate or try to delete it entirely. I don't know. I did the best I could. I'm just navigating it in real time right now.
I think you did great.
So we'll see. But TikTok is gone and deleted, and yeah, and that's where I stand.
All right,
dude. It's nothing at the end of the day. It's fucking nothing, dude. And it's never. Here's the thing: in retrospect, when I think back, it's never served me at all. Instagram has never once served me, except for promoting my podcast. It's never once served me, dude. It's never served me in the sense of an opportunity. It's never served me in the sense of, well, it's served me in the sense of women, but it's not it's not serving me in the sense of anything else, man. So
hell yeah.
It's really, but that's not serving really when I'm looking.
Shout out to you, women.
When I'm looking for
slide into those DMs.
When I'm looking for a wife, not a fuck.
Good transition there. Speaking of that, because we were on a conversation last week before I had to run out real quick, and we were talking we were having a really good conversation, and it was one of those things where I was like, damn it, I wish we were recording it. You know?
Oh yeah.
I was like, damn it, this is something like, I was like, we need to shut this shit down, we need to come back to it.
I think I have an idea what you're talking about.
What?
I think I have an idea.
Yeah, literally what you literally just touched on it. You literally touched on, you're not wanting, you don't want a hoe, you want a housewife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In a better term, And we were talking about that, and with, a certain, I'm going to tiptoe here for a hot second. With the way that you not value women, but the way that you, what you want in a woman, right? And the way that your parents set the bar so high for especially your mom, for this woman,
yeah,
right? Where you're like, only one thing really kind of got to me, and it was just this one thing that really got to me. I want to talk to you about it. Was that if a certain somebody doesn't, if I say somebody she invites you somewhere, right, and you don't want to go, but she still wants to go, you're kind of expecting her to stay home. And I'm like, well, that's kind of wrong. In my eyes, I think that's wrong. Right? But you're like, my mom never went on trips.
You're talking about trips and everything.
Yeah, you're like, my mom never went on trips and stuff. And I was like, well, why?
Okay, because look, I expect what the woman expects of me, I want to return in reciprocity. And so, for example, if that woman expects and wants me to like go everywhere with her, and maybe not go everywhere with her, but you know what I mean, like be with her, and she is like a unit, like a couple is a unit. Would you agree? Okay. So if I'm not going to want to participate in something, and if it's not that meaningful to her too, like we're talking about just a fun trip that she wants to go out with her girls on, and it's like to Vegas or something like that, where it's not the most pure city and there's nefarious activity all around, it's not something that I feel comfortable over. And it's not because I don't want her to go, it's because I want to protect her from the ailments that exist outside of us being together. So it's a protective mechanism that is alerted in my brain to try to just do that, to protect her from the outside elements that exist that are of malevolence. It's that. It's not because I want to not hurt. I want her to not have fun.
Right.
And that's in my nature to protect my woman.
Understandable, but don't you believe that she would be protected by herself?
No, absolutely not. Not with women. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? I don't even know why you would ask me that. That is women are not going to be protected, even if they're in a cluster of women, by a man that wants to get to a certain woman. You know that. You know that.
But you don't think that she would have the right sense of mind not to put herself in those kind of situations?
Situations,
sorry.
Well, if she wants to go to, if she thinks that it's a smart idea to go,
because there's a lot of things to do. Like, let's just take Vegas for example, right? There's a lot of things to do in Vegas than just gamble and drink. I like to go to Vegas and I don't even gamble and drink.
Hey, okay, how about this, man? Let's take it to the from the mammalian perspective. Okay, let's go outside into the jungle. Okay, so
we're in the safari.
We're in the safari.
Do I have a hat?
No.
Damn it.
You're bald head. You're burning.
Why can't I have a hat? It's the safari. It's hot. You gotta have a hat.
No hat. Tough it out.
Fuck.
So,
can I still be sledged?
A pack of gazelles come into a lion's pride, but there's only one lion that's present. And this pack of gazelles is just, they're just moving from point A to point B, and they happen to run across a pride. Do you think that the lion is not going to do what it's innately wired to do, which is chase after the gazelle? Now, this is a very, very, cogent example, but nonetheless, it applies to the right man when you're in the position of a city that has a certain type of man that doesn't have the best of intentions. You don't think that man is going to do what he's wired to do, especially if he's inebriated? No matter what that woman says or doesn't say? That's where I come in, and that's what I have a problem with, because that's my woman and I want to protect her.
Right, but you can't be there 24/7.
Yes, but you're talking about like in our hometown where she knows a lot of people and she may have friends on the outside that maybe might see her at a grocery store and she's at a grocery store. Like, I'm not worried about that because there are people that are around that she might know. But I know she knows nobody in an outside city. And that's what I have a
but she has her girls with her who
that
know
can
who
do
she is.
Nothing. Girls can do nothing apart
they
from...
can go and grab security. I don't know what that thing's bugging the shit out of me too.
Yeah.
They can go and grab security. They can rip some eyes out. Like, girls aren't all helpless to a point.
I never said they're helpless, but you're trying to go on the extremes here of what might possibly happen. That's what I want to. No, that's what I want to. That's what I want to dissuade from. I don't want to see a possible thing happen, because again, my right is to protect a woman. That's just my look.
Yeah, but
dude,
she can get attacked anywhere though. But she can be attacked at the grocery store. She can get attacked anywhere that you're not present.
Right, but at the grocery store, they're not inebriated people that are partying that are there for the same reason she's there for.
She could be in a restaurant with an inebriated person.
Look, dude,
we go back and forth.
We could. You live in the could, would, and should. I live in reality. I live in what is.
No,
and that is what is.
No, the difference is though is I live in reality.
No,
I actually go out.
I know,
so
but you don't think I've been to Vegas, bro?
I know you've been to Vegas.
Okay, so that's what I'm. That's why I use the example because I know what inhabits Vegas.
Okay, I'll take Vegas out of the equation and let's say Santa Barbara. And she wants to go with her girlfriends to Santa Barbara for the night.
Okay, do you think you're clever or something?
No, it's not clever. It's not.
We're being very, very semantic here.
No, it's not being clever. It's just I'm simply saying that, like, it's not me being clever in any way, shape, and form. I took a big equation out of there and I put a smaller equation in. But dinner, whatever it is, whatever happens, right? But she wants to go and do this with her friends, and she invited you, but you don't want to go. And you still expect her not to go? Or,
no, that's not what I said. It's not a big deal to me. But also, I don't think that I want a woman that wants to go out and live her party days out still. And Santa Barbara is not partying. You took one extreme example of Vegas.
Santa Barbara is
no, it's not, dude. We're talking about going to dinner. We're not talking about when you go to we're talking about prior where you go to Vegas and you have a girls' night trip or girls' trip that is consumed with partying and clubbing and shit like that and drinking. No, that's a big disparity between that and Santa Barbara, which is going out for dinner.
You could take the clubbing out of it, and you can just say gambling.
Who does that? Gambling?
Yeah.
Who does that? Who goes to Vegas and just gambles?
I know plenty of people who go to Vegas just to gamble.
Well, that are fucking gambling addicts. Yes, of course. But these are women. You think they're just going to go and gamble, bro? Like, we got to be realistic here. If you're going to set up an illustration, you got to be realistic with what's going to take place in that illustration. That's not that. It's not gambling. It is going to be clubbing. When you go to Santa Barbara and you're talking about a night out for girls for dinner, I don't care. Spa day, I don't care. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about something that is like where she still wants to live out.
Are there not nightclubs in Santa Barbara?
Yeah, but nobody's going to go to fucking nightclubs in Santa Barbara. Not if you're 30 some years old. And if you okay, here's my biggest point here. If you want to still go to clubs at 30 something, because the girl I'm speaking to right now is 34. Or 33, I don't know. You want to go one of those. You want to go to clubs when you're not for me. Period. I just don't want a woman. So here, let me end the conversation here. I don't want a woman that wants to still partake in that sort of festivities. Those sorts of festivities. Don't want them. If you want to do that, fine. Do that without me. I don't want one like that. So look, I think you know where I'm coming from, and I think you know where my boundaries are, and I think you know why I enlist those boundaries. It's not to be controlling, it's to be protective. I only care about the protection aspect, because that's what my dad did for my mom. He was protective over her, and he was protective because he cared for her, and because that's the mother of his child. Well, I want a mother of a child one day. Like, that's what I'm trying to attract. I don't want somebody who wants to still live the party life anymore. And that's in part because I'm not living that life. Like, let's live a mature life now. Like, we're done with that.
Oh, excuse me.
There is context behind it. Like, partying is one thing. Going to an event is another thing. If you're invited to, I don't know, a get together, that's another thing. Mm-hmm. It's all contextual, right? But if a woman still wants to live out her party days, still wants to go clubbing, that woman's not for me. Period.
Sometimes a girl like to let her hair down loose and have fun. How was your cheat meal? Did you go nuts?
As a bear shit in the woods. Why would you even ask me that? Of course.
All right, break it down for me.
I had a steak, a ribeye. I had fries. I had
on Friday, right?
No, this is on Friday. I had that, and then on Saturday or Sunday, I had this same thing.
So you technically, like, thinking about it, you technically have like 2 cheat meals.
Yeah.
So you have Fridays, which is dinner, which is somewhat cleanish, but still,
yeah. I have cheesecake and ice cream after it. But I have one slice of cheesecake and I have one big bowl of ice cream, and that's it. Whereas on Sunday I have whatever.
Fuck.
It's just a smorgasbord of things. It's however much I want to fit in my stomach.
Yeah.
We so I had steak, ribeye, baked potato, everything's fried, or not baked potato, I'm sorry, fries. Some linguiça.
Do you do ranch with the fries?
Of course, and ketchup.
Good.
And you don't like ketchup?
Not a huge ketchup guy.
Jeez. So
I do barbecue sauce over ketchup.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So there must be some type of similarities between psychologically speaking with the way a person operates and what they like in their palate, because you don't like pineapple on your pizza, you like hot spicy foods.
Yep.
You don't like ketchup with your fries.
Not a huge fan of it.
Which is fucking crazy.
Not a huge fan of it. I'll do barbecue sauce or I'll do ranch. Ranch all day long. All day long.
And then you have me that likes pretty much everything opposite of that.
Yeah, right.
It's just, and I know that we think differently, and I know that we operate differently, but there are some things that are analogous, like our fucking desire to become better.
Yeah.
And we both like Reese's.
Yes.
We both like donuts. So I don't know. It's hard to.
Yeah, it's hard to navigate that.
Yeah. But so anyways, steak, fries, linguiça. Then I had
linguiça. No.
Yeah. Then I
thought you went to Jocko's. That's right. Yeah.
No. Well, so this time I went to Shaw's. I went to Jocko's Friday. I went to Shaw's in Santa Maria on Sunday.
What's Shaw's?
Shaw's Steakhouse.
Okay.
And then we went to Cold Stone Creamery, and I got just a large size strawberry blonde. Then we went to Krispy Kreme's, got a dozen donuts, and then brought that home, ate the dozen donuts and the Cold Stone, and then I had more ice cream of my own. I had another like a half, those half quarts. Those quarts. I had a half quart left. I ate all that, cookies and cream, and then I had some Reese's, and then I had fruit at the end because I can't go to bed.
Can't go to bed
without eating something good.
Gotta make sure you got healthy on the way out.
Something good.
Gotta make sure you're healthy on the way out.
That's right. What'd you do? Did you stick to what we?
It was light. It was light, dude.
Okay.
Compared to yours, it was light.
But compared to your other normal ones.
Yeah, compared to my other
what was
it was like we went to Taco Bell, actually. I felt like Taco Bell.
Taco Bell's good sometimes.
Taco Bell,
I've done Taco Bell too.
They had that triple steak grilled cheese burrito gimmick, and I was like, yo, let's get it.
Is it a quesarito? What is it?
It's like a burrito, but then they have cheese melted on the outside. And then you get it spicy, and they have the jalapenos on the outside.
Oh yeah,
too.
I've seen that's a new one.
Yeah, so good. And then I had like a Mexican pizza and like a quesadilla. Easy.
That is really light. That's all you had?
Easy.
That's all you had?
That's all I had.
Really? That's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. I give it to you.
Before I got there, I went to our donut spot.
That wasn't all. Oh my gosh. You're such a fat kid like me, dude.
All right. But I only got 3 donuts.
Yeah, but 3 donuts from Foster's is like...
I got the apple fritter.
Oh, that's like 1,000 calories right there, bro.
Got the apple fritter, and then they just freshly... The only reason why I got them is because they just freshly put them out. It was like a chocolate-infused chocolate thing with chocolate chips on top. Yeah. That's the other big-ass one.
Yeah, you had like... And then, okay, what else? I'm racking up these calories in my head.
And then I had like a raspberry filled.
Oh, my gosh. Still another big one.
Yeah.
You had easily 2,000 calories at that place.
Oh, easy.
Probably more.
Yeah. But then I went to the movies.
Yeah, popcorn and candy.
No, I did not have popcorn.
You had candy.
Had candy though.
Okay, so you did really stick to your guns.
I did.
Man.
I did.
No,
I did because
man,
I wasn't like, oh God, I hurt. Like, oh fuck, I hurt. Right?
Yeah, sure, but that, like, calorically speaking, that's a fairly dense meal. That's a good, I would say, like 5,000 calories. So.
Yeah. But then like that was it, and then I came home and took a nap.
Yeah.
Did you? And I watched the Masters tournament.
What's the Masters?
Golf.
Oh, you like golf?
I do like golf.
I can't fucking.
I like playing golf too.
I can't. I don't have the patience for golf. I just don't. It seems like a boring time. The only thing I'd have fun with is the cart.
Just driving it.
Just driving the cart.
You be my caddy.
I would do that. Yeah. I wouldn't want to plug and play.
I'm like, Justin, what do you think here? What driver do you think I should?
I don't give a fuck. Like, I'll just fucking pull one out.
You're like, here, take this. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
We got donuts waiting. Hurry the fuck up with the ball.
Exactly. Exactly. I would Happy Gilmore all my shots.
Just fucking run and fucking blast it
with a hockey stick.
Fuck yeah.
All my shots. I don't give a fuck.
That would be awesome. That would be a fucking social media thing to do, is try to recreate the Happy Gilmore. That'd be great.
I'm not on social media, so can't do it on mine. Do it on yours.
Yeah. The only reason I have social media is for wrestling. Other than that, I wouldn't have social media.
And that's what I was justifying over mine over the longest time. Like, oh, well, I just promote my podcast basically on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but I'm like, I could just direct everybody to the actual platforms themselves and not have them worry about clicking the link and them get notified. And if I lose a couple people, fuck it, it's kind of worth it. Like, to be off Instagram entirely.
I told myself after I'm done wrestling, I'm off social media.
But when is that, you think?
Well,
you don't really know. It's hard to say.
I don't. But if certain things don't fall into place, it could be by the end of this year.
You're just like, fuck it, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. What is your backup plan? Do you have one?
I don't.
Good. No.
I don't.
It would be good if you didn't have one because you were all into wrestling.
Yeah.
And I know you're all into wrestling.
Yeah, I don't have a backup plan. I don't have a contingency plan. I have nothing. It's wrestling or bust, and it always has been. You know, I had one like when I first I was working for the cable company and like I was making good money, but I still wanted to wrestle.
Yeah.
And like that was kind of like well, I could I could just imagine what I'd be doing at the cable company now, or how high I would be at the cable company making fucking mad money, you know. But I fucking hated it. I fucking dreaded going to work every day. Like,
how come?
Dealing with just bitchy customers every single day. My cable doesn't work, and 9 times out of 10 it was their fucking input button. They didn't know how to fucking change the input on their fucking TV.
Oh, okay.
And it was like a black screen. They're like, my fucking cable's out. I don't fucking know. You guys suck. And I just press the input button to fucking HDMI 1 and bang, there's your cable. How'd you do that? I just pressed the fucking input button, you fucking idiot. You know?
Fucking idiot.
I've been bit by dogs. Oh, it's really nice. Leaves the room, bang, grabs me.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You could sue, no?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been stuck underneath a house.
Oh, that would be the shittiest part. I think about that is like going underneath
crawl
houses
spaces.
and like, dealing with spiders and rats and shit.
It's horrible. And then you go into those hoarders' houses, like people that hoard really, really bad, and they're like, "I want my internet over there." And
You've
you're like,
been to those
"How?"
houses?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Where you walk in and there's barely a pathway.
You can't even get there. They're like, "I want my internet right there." And you're like, "Where? Where do you want me to put this?" They're like, "Right there." I'm like, "You have to move all that shit. Like I can't get there." And then I would call my supervisor, and be like, "Yo, I got a hoarder in the house. Oh, use your fish tape."
What's that?
It's like a long tape that you fish, and you hook something to, and then you can pull it back. It's literally like fishing. Oh, just use your fish tape to get around all this stuff. What the fuck? I'm like, this is like an abomination. Like I'm getting fucking like mold spores here, like in my fucking nose. Like I would
Really?
Oh yeah, it was. Some houses were fucking horrendous, and then you would walk into places, dude, and they would have, oh god, some places, bro. I walked in and they had fucking porn all over the fucking table, like DVDs and shit.
Shut the fuck up.
Bro. I've had weird experiences, dude, with cable. Yeah.
That's so they didn't even have the decency to
They don't give
them.
a fuck. Especially if you're that 8 a.m. call and they're just waking up. They don't give a fuck.
Were these obviously bachelors, I'm assuming?
No. These are like older fucking men.
But they're bachelors. No?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Dang.
I had older women hit on me, like ridiculous.
Right.
I would be up on a pole, and the pole is about 27 feet up in the air, 28 feet up in the air, right? And it would be windy as fuck. I'd be sitting there fucking, only thing that's holding me on is a fucking strap.
I'm just picturing that. That's not funny, dude, because you could die.
Oh, bro. On a midspan, right? So you have, so from pole to pole, you have lines, right? And then that's called a midspan. Usually, sometimes there's a house right in the middle. So you have to hang the wire from one to the midspan to there. And you have to hook your ladder on the midspan, right? Now, you have to hook your ladder on the midspan. And then there's going 20 feet up in the air, there's nothing holding you. There's nothing holding you to that ladder. So you get a gust of wind. You have hooks now. You hook it into the wire and you push down with your foot so it hooks in and kind of locks into a point, right? And then you put your weight on it and it's kind of stable to a point. But as you're going up 28 feet up in the fucking air, there's nothing stopping the ground. If you hit a good gust of wind, if something hits you, rain, dust, whatever, and you're fucking going back, you're fucking done. So when you crawl up there, you have to belt off to the midspan, right? And one time it was like a fucking windstorm or something like that. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'm hanging on for fucking dear life up there, 28 something feet up in the air, waiting for the wind gust to go down. And I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die. I fucking belted off. As the minute it calmed down, I belted off real quick and I fucking slid down that motherfucker. And I was all like, nope.
So then who did the job?
I finished the job.
Oh, you
obviously.
did?
Yeah. But I was just like, fuck, man. Yeah.
That's scary, man. I wonder how many people die from being a cable man.
Linesmen and cable guys are like some of like the craziest jobs. They don't pay those guys nearly enough to deal with the fucking bullshit. So if I ever call like the internet guy over, right, because my internet's fucked up or something like that, dude, I'm the nicest to that motherfucker because I know what he goes through.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and like the rules that they have now are like totally different from when I was there. Like we would go out and help each other. sometimes, yeah, dude, I'll get the pole, dude. You get the house. Cool, bro. You get the, what was it called? The D-Mark. It was called the D-Mark, which is the box on the outside of the house. Yeah, you get the D-Mark, man. I'll run in. I'll put my toners on, dude. Just start toning things out, start hooking up lines, and we'll start fucking rocking and rolling. It's totally different now, you know? Yeah.
So you wouldn't go back to cable?
I wouldn't. If I had to, I would. Like, if I had to. Like, if it was, like, last resort, I'd probably go back to cable.
Well, what does it mean to be last resort, to have last resort?
Like, I am broke as fuck, and I can't find anything else.
So let's say today you're like, I'm done with this. I want to move on from wrestling. Yep. Where do you go? Have you thought about that?
Probably into fitness.
Doing what?
Probably getting certified as a trainer and then go start training people. That's
okay, so that would be your go-to.
That would probably be my go-to.
And you would do that at a commercial gym? Would you do it for yourself? Would you do like a
I'd probably start
situation?
as a commercial gym just to get like my feet wet. And try to learn from other people that have like their own businesses and stuff like that. Like kind of like you or like Lindsay, people that own their own business that have started in the industry, and kind of learn from them and possibly open up my own stuff, down the road.
Interesting. If you talk to, well, we won't have that conversation right now, but because if we did, I have a lot to say on the topic, obviously.
Obviously. You own your own business.
It's I don't want to fucking be discouraging, dude, because I'm going to be discouraging, and I just don't want to do that. I don't know. Do you want me to?
I've even thought about like going into like I really like helping people too. So like I've thought about going into the medical field as well, and becoming like, a phlebotomist or a nurse or something like that. Like I don't mind vomit and blood and all that shit. It doesn't fucking bother. Doesn't bother me at all, right? And you can get a nursing degree fairly quick. Not quick, but like 4 years, I think, something like that. Or 3 or something like that. Phlebotomist, I think, is only like 6 months. So you can do that while you're going to school to become a nurse. Maybe an EMT, maybe a firefighter, stuff like that. Somewhere where I'm actually out there helping people. Yeah. And I believe that with fitness, kind of like what you do is you're helping people. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, as long as I'm helping somebody and helping people, then rock and roll.
Yeah, I think a lot of people miss the mark on this because they try to do things that just serve them. And if you want to be successful in life, you need to find something that serves people.
Yeah.
That's how you're successful. That's like the big secret, if you want to call it anything. You find something that serves people and not just serves you. But that's hard for people to really enlist on, especially when they're narcissists or they're self-indulgent and they're just selfishly ran. It's hard for them to do that, which is the reason why they end up going into things that make fast money. And with fast money comes real big problems.
Yeah.
So, if I was to say anything, man, you want to do something that serves other people. That's like the secret. And that's the reason why I went into personal training, because I just felt it in me that that's something that I should do, and that made me feel the best. And I had another job that was paying me well over what I got paid in personal training. So I actually took a massive pay cut in the beginning, but it was just something that I was compelled to do because of the feeling that I had in the interim of personal training and teaching people.
And I love to teach. I love teaching people stuff.
But now being in it for 14 years, it's something that I still like it. I still think that it's very, very, it's of massive substance, but I also think that I'm evolving out of it, and there's more that I should be doing apart from that. There's more that like that same voice I listened to that was compelling me to do it is now urging me to do other things and move in other pathways.
Do you want to enlighten on that a little bit?
I don't even know what it looks like. That's the thing. It's like I can see a glimpse of it, but that's my imagination. And I'm not going to tell people my imagination. That's for my own intimate, those are my own intimate thoughts. And those are private to me. That's a part of me that's private. So, but I do know that it's something that I can't really define or even explain. but it's something that there is a beckoning in me that is of more, that it's that same voice I listen to with personal training. It's telling me that there's something apart from personal training. There's something apart from being a gym or a business owner. There's something apart from that. I don't know what it is, but I'm listening to that voice, and I'm trying to follow it the best I can amidst being frustrated and discouraged and sometimes cynical in the process. I can't absolve myself of that voice. And that's this fucking fly.
It's bugging the shit out of me.
It needs to bounce.
I'll fucking kill it. Fucking kill you.
So
kill you.
We're getting closer to guests. Right? Guests.
Oh, guests. Oh,
right?
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Almost there, people. We're almost there.
We're working on it. We're
almost there. It's gonna be within the next few weeks. We're gonna have yes. We're gonna have guests. We're gonna have guests. We've already had a couple guests on the podcast, but that's been on location, so it's been easy to get the guests because we're on location. But putting a guest set up in the studio is a little bit more tricky.
We're gonna have to do a test run.
Yeah,
that's gonna be the fun one, is doing a test one. Which a lot of things have changed like this week in my life.
It's fucking ever changing in your life.
Every
day it's
everything changes. Right? Every fucking minute, every waking second, something fucking changes. So it could be, things could be changing in here very, very soon. So
within a few weeks.
Just got to figure a few things out and then go from there. On my list of shit to do.
But we're there, man. We're almost there, bro. It's gonna be a good thing. I can't wait to get guests in.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very.
Do you already have a few on your head that you want to get in?
No,
I do.
Oh no, no. You're the one who's been pushing for the guests. I haven't, and so which I have.
You're an asshole. That's why.
I'm not an asshole. I'm not against it. It's just that's a lot of work, you know. So I just got to figure it a little bit more out. So that's it. You know, I'm more on the tech side, ladies and gentlemen, on the tech side. So I want it to sound clean. I want things to sound good. I want things to look good and all that. And we've came very far in the last 23 episodes, 24 episodes.
This will be 23.
This will be 23 episodes. So we've came very far in the last 23 episodes.
It's 23 weeks.
23 weeks. And
well,
it's going to fuck you up, dude. It was talking, you were talking shit to it. It's like, what, motherfucker?
That fly, I'm telling you.
Its
days are fucking numbered.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, fly.
That fly made me lose my thought. Son of a bitch. Anyway, I take the helm, brother, because I forgot my thought.
Just a few things got to work out. So, it will work out. I just need to work some things around, which I have a pretty good plan in my head about. So I just need to execute the plan.
What was that?
I don't know.
Execute the plan.
I need to execute the plan, which I already did one part of it today. So, which it looks good. I think it looks great.
He's so productive, people.
I'm very productive.
So productive.
I am very productive. Okay.
What'd you work out today, man? Let me guess. Chest?
No, I did back today.
Oh, back.
Yeah, today was a back day. Back, abs, and 40 minutes of cardio.
Back and legs are my favorite days.
I love leg day. My knees don't love leg day, but I love leg day. And I free squatted. I sent you the video. Yes. Free squatted.
Very proud of that. Very proud of seeing that.
And I took your advice on it, and it actually felt really good, like surprisingly. And I went really light, like you said. You know, hey, start really light. You know, right. Start with 135. You know, realized I was getting out of the hole pretty quick. You know, firing really well. Put another 25 on each side. See how that felt. You know, firing really good. Put 225 on, firing really good. Put 275 on, did it for 8, getting good depth, making sure I had good control. I could have gotten probably 3 or 4 more out of it, easy, but I didn't want to push it, I guess the best way to put it, because my first time free squatting in probably a good couple years. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I would say 275 is really good for not squatting in for a few years. Man. Yeah. Like, I wasn't expecting you to do that.
I'm going to go for 315 on Friday. I know I can get it. I just don't know. I think I'm going to try to get it for 8 and see where I land at on 8. Warm up with 145. Warm up with warm up with 135. Go to 225. Go to 275, and then go to 315 and see where we're at.
Here's some advice. When you do the 315, I would recommend putting a box under your tush, like the 18-inch box or whatever it is. Do box squats just to get the load appreciable, or rather align or commensurate with your knees, with your hips, etc. Like having that load be felt, but having a cutoff point, something to rely on, there's something in the back of you to help you to, if something happens, you can fall on the bench and you're fine, right?
Yeah.
Do that just to kind of get comfortable to allow your nervous system to become a little bit more confident in the movement pattern, or with the weight rather. And then if you feel good, remove the box. But that's what I would do with having that kind of load on your back and not having done it for quite a while rather. Do that and then go to remove the box if you feel confident. But at least you have a fallback mechanism in place where if you're like, shit, man, and something happens to your back or whatever, you can sit on the box and then dump the load on the fucking bars.
Yeah.
But
yeah, surprisingly, it felt really good.
Good.
And I did, leg pressed over 1,000 pounds.
How many plates is that?
Fuck, I would have to count.
Because I don't count when I do that. I don't count plate, or I don't count rather the pounds.
Yeah.
I just put plates on.
It was 9 or 10, one of those two. I want to say it was 9 or 10 on each side.
Right.
Yeah. Did that for 8. Felt good. Yeah, everything is just firing really, really well right now. Like I'm feeling very strong, very like I'm leaning out, which is good. I feel good, and I just enjoy that morning crew, man. That morning crew is something different, man. It's just we're constantly pushing each other in there, and the kids are gone, which I knew they weren't going to last.
Yeah.
They probably went down to Planet.
No, that spring break was over, so they're out back to school.
Oh.
That was the reason why they existed in the first place.
Oh, crikey.
Well, I gotta tell you, you're welcome for going over to Fitness 19, taking my advice, going over to Fitness 19, ditching your Planet Fitness membership.
I still work out at Planet Fitness.
Yeah, but
only when I'm on the road
at Fitness 19.
Yeah.
And you like it a lot more.
I like the people.
And you like the gym a lot more, and you're welcome.
I wish it was just a little bit wider. I wish they would take out that pizza joint next door and like just widen the place a little bit.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Is that pizza place any good next door?
Yeah, it's good.
I've never had it. I'm craving pizza too.
I would say go to Klondike's. If you're gonna get a pizza, go to Klondike's, man. Klondike's is like.
What was it like? All you can eat pizza on Tuesdays?
Yeah, that's a joke, bro. That's a joke.
Is it?
They walk around with pizza, and if it's not the pizza you want, you're like, you pass on it.
Ooh, did I get them?
I don't know.
Ooh, I can't believe.
We have this, for those of you who are watching, we have this fly that's lingering around us and is bugging the shit out of us.
Doing its job, bugging us.
No, but the thing, that's a joke because you never come out on top, man. I mean, you do, I guess, for what you spend, but it's not even about that. It's about you're there for I was there for like 2.5 hours and I got maybe like 5 slices.
What?
It's a joke, bro. And it's because I like pretty much everything, But when they would come around with like a vegetarian or a white sauce or a vegetarian white sauce, and I'm like, what is this, dude? Like, and then you can only take one slice. So you
that was all you can eat.
Yeah, but you have to wait till they come around with the pizzas.
Fuck that.
No, no. I'd rather just get my pizzas and have them in front of me and be able to just, just
fucking
go ham. Yeah. It's worth it to me to do that.
Apparently there's a new pizza place that opened up in Slow, right by on Broad Street. Right where the rib line used to be on Broad Street. And yeah, I'm gonna go give that a try. Have you ever had what's it called? Insomnia cookies? Or I think it's called
insomnia cookies. Yeah, I've never had them.
Okay, so you've had crumble, right?
No, fuck. Oh, fuck. I don't do cookies, man.
What is wrong with you?
Cookies are
great.
I like homemade chocolate chip, homemade oatmeal raisin, but I don't.
You like oatmeal?
Oh yeah,
raisin?
I love oatmeal raisin. I love oatmeal raisin.
No one likes oatmeal raisin.
Yeah, and in fact,
old people like oatmeal raisin. Okay.
In fact, speaking of raisins, I only love. Remember we talked about carrot cake last time?
Yeah.
So there was a friend of mine from the podcast reached out and said, "I'm offended." And shout out to Monica. I gotta put her on blast. Monica Yorba. Look, she's the owner of Tinderbox Bakery. So if you want to follow on Instagram, Tinderbox Bakery. Shout out Monica, she's great.
If you want to send us some stuff, Tinderbox Bakery, so we can try it live on air.
Okay, so look. Yes, we would definitely do that. Look, she said, I'm offended that you call it Vaughn's for like being your favorite carrot cake. Because she can make, I've had some of her, I've had her cannolis.
I've never had a cannoli.
Yeah, I saw that on your story. She makes amazing desserts, man. She's very, very talented. And they're not just they don't just taste good, they look beautiful. You almost don't want to eat them. But she's gonna make me a carrot cake.
Ooh.
And no nuts, only raisins, because that's what I love. I hate nuts in anything. I hate nuts in brownies. I hate nuts. I'm not a nut guy, dude. I love raisins, man. Raisins in my
so
are you saying
the
carrot cake? Everything.
The Vaughn's one has raisins instead of nuts?
Yes. I think there might be golden raisins. I'm not sure, but they're definitely, and there's.
You know what you should do is you should get hers and get the Vaughn's one and do a taste test on both.
I would, but I don't even think it's gonna compare, dude, because all the other things that I've had from her are just, they're so decadent and they're just they're so rich and so flavorful. And again, you almost feel bad eating it because she makes them look so pretty. Everything just looks so pretty, but it's very, very tasteful.
I want to put some like right here, and then we just taste test them.
Oh, it's gonna podcast. It's just gonna, yeah, we're gonna get sick.
It's gonna be
because we're gonna eat so much.
It's gonna be great.
Anyways, she's the best.
Monica. Adrian. By the way, when I saw John Wick 4, fucking great movie.
You're just gonna totally bypass my Rocky impression?
I know it was Rocky.
Why don't you do it with me? Why don't you do it with me, dick?
What?
Do it. That's shitty.
Have you ever been to Philly? Dude, I've actually been to Philly. I ran up the stairs. I ran up the Rocky stairs, and
did you take a picture of it?
I took a video of it.
You did. Okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say if you didn't, it didn't count.
No, I took a video of it, and I stood next to the Rocky statue.
That's badass. Yeah, actually. Dude.
So yeah, Philly's awesome. Like, I'm actually going to Philly next year. That's where
I would want to go to Philly. You did not get the fucking
fly. I did not get it.
It's a maggot or something. It's
not a maggot.
It's a maggot. It's a flying maggot.
It's not a maggot. I did not have
you did not get it.
No, but Philly is pretty, but then it has like its bad parts too. So like any other big city. So WrestleMania is going to be there next year. So I'll be in Philly next year.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Do you think you still attend wrestle stuff even if you're not in wrestling?
Like WrestleMania weekend, probably. Just it's probably just about it. That's honestly pretty much it that I do anyway, as it is. I usually don't go to like wrestling events unless I'm booked.
Yeah, so, yeah. I don't.
It's like way. Yeah, I don't go to like WWE house shows or any of that stuff. You know, unless I'm booked. Or unless like if somebody's like, "Yo, come backstage and hang out," then yeah, cool. But like,
do you like WWE?
Yeah, I don't mind it.
But okay, so WWE and Impact, what's the difference?
WWE is more globalized, I guess would be the right word for it.
Can you compare to something that more?
I think Impact has better wrestling.
Okay, so can you compare to something that other people could, give can clarify with in terms of like what they may relate to, like something like, can you give a comparison of what WWE is to Impact is as blank is to blank?
I'm trying to think of the best terminology.
Even it would be like restaurants.
It would be like. I know this is probably gonna be a really horrible fucking annihilation.
No,
but
it's not. That's not the word.
It's not that.
You got it.
What's it called? Comparison. Or
okay,
no,
we'll just call it that.
I know it. It was on the tip of my tongue. You saw me going for it.
Annihilation, people.
Annihilation.
There's a new word for the dictionary.
Hey,
annihilation.
Certain words you get in the dictionary, I can put that one into.
Fuck.
It's like UFC to like Bellator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah. It's like that's like my best way to compare it.
That's a good comparison. Or like UFC to Pride.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
Would you ever, let's say somebody from WWE came to you, would you take whatever that contract was?
Probably not.
Okay, why? If it's a global brand.
Because it's not about money to me.
It's not about money. It's not about providing for your family.
It is about, because I can do that with Impact as well.
But what if you didn't get signed to Impact and you got signed to WWE and they presented something to you and you're like, Impact was like, bro, Impact was like, no, we're not going to sign you. But then WWE calls you the next day and says, hey, we got this $3 million contract, a year for you. We want you.
I would have to really sit down and think about it, just because I have so many friends there.
Okay, so it's about WWE or being a cable guy?
Well, then it would obviously be WWE. Obviously.
Right.
When you break it down like that. But like...
Well, I mean, or being a personal trainer or being a whatever.
Yeah, yeah. It's just one of those things where it's just like, I know so many people there that don't get used. But
they have $3 million contracts. What's the average contract there?
$500,000
a year.
Yeah.
Okay, $500,000 a year.
Yeah.
And they don't get used.
They don't get used.
Fuck it.
They just get flown to TV.
Right. Fuck it. $500,000 a year?
Yeah, but that's in a creative mind like I have, like that's just a waste. I'm just being wasted. It's kind of like with me with Ring of Honor.
Can you argue you're being wasted right now though? Because I could make that argument.
Oh, absolutely.
So let's be wasted and not get paid as much as we could if we were getting wasted and paid $500,000 a year.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, it's kind of like the same thing with the Ring of Honor. It's like I was signed to Ring of Honor, but I think it hurt me more than it helped me, especially on the independents, because I was featured, but I wasn't super featured. And it was kind of the same thing as like WWE. Like I might be featured, but I'm not going to be super featured. And I'm not saying that's, they wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying in that aspect of a year, that they might not, and they would go, that didn't work, and well, we're just going to put you off to the shelf. Now you're on national television. If I told people, oh yeah, I was signed to WWE, they'd be like, what? Really? What? It would hurt me more than if I wasn't used, unless I was being used constantly on television, and then it would help me tremendously. Like I would be like, oh shit, I'm being used constantly on television. Okay, cool. Now when I'm released from my contract, or if I'm doing really well, they re-up my contract and I'm doing good business, then yeah. And a lot of that would have to be me moving as well. Right. They would not sign me directly to the main roster of WWE. If anything, they would sign me to NXT, which is based out of Florida. And I would have to go live in Florida and go through their whole developmental system and go through their whole system and all that stuff. And it's just, there's a lot more steps to it and the people at NXT don't even make a whole lot of money. The main roster people make more money than the people at NXT do. And people at NXT don't make a whole lot of fucking money. And one of the best advices that I got, don't be a mark for the letters. Meaning, don't be a fucking, don't be a, like, oh, yay, 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 for just the letters. make the
the letters meaning WWE.
Yeah, WWE. Oh, I got signed WWE. Yeah. You know, I want to make sure that I have a chance to be fucking creative. You know, especially with wrestling. Like I love being creative with wrestling. And I believe that Impact, I almost got it, would give me that platform to be creative because I already know they would. You know, because I know so many people. That is about the locker room too. The boys and the girls in the locker room, from the staff to
camaraderie.
Yeah, it has to be a family. It has to be that family, or you know, it just doesn't work, and now you're miserable going to fucking work every day.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
You know, and Impact is. I've been around Impact for the last almost year, and that's a family. That they look out for each other, and it's really, really cool to see. And that would be something I would definitely want to be part of. You know,
I can see that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
You know,
before when you just look at it from the outside perspective, you're like, well, why wouldn't you want to be a part of a global brand? But you wouldn't want to unless you're the top elite, because you would get basically dismissed.
Yeah,
you know, and they have so many good talent that, you know, unless you're like the top tier talent. Which, by the way, I think you could be top tier talent. They're not going to put you up right away.
Right, and it takes years and years and years and years and years. Like Roman Reigns is number one right now. He's on the top of the game of WWE. Right, he's the champ. He's the guy. He's been grinding at it to get to be the guy for 7-8 years in the WWE system. You know what I mean?
And you would not be willing to put in that many years. Because you're kind of past.
I don't know if my body could.
I was just saying you're past that age where you're limber enough to be able to accrue 7 or 8 more years and still be good. At this age.
But at the same time, though, look at PCO. PCO's a freak, and he's like 50-something years old, and he's doing moonsaults off the top rope. He's fucking crazy. So I don't know. It just only time will tell.
Yeah.
Because say hypothetically, I go to Impact, right, and I sign a 2-year deal with Impact, 3-year deal with Impact. And while I'm at Impact, I get fucking super hot, right? I'm fucking on fire, right? I'm traveling, fucking doing all that, you know, which I believe will happen. My contract comes up. At that time, say I sign tomorrow, right? I'm 37 right now. My contract comes up. I'll be 40, almost 41, right? WWE calls, you know, because I'm the fucking hottest thing out there right now after 3 years of being with Impact. You know, and they offer me a ridiculous amount of money and want to push me straight to the main roster.
Then you'll do it.
If the money is right and I know that there's a plan behind it where I can still be creative and I still can put my own terms into it. And
they won't allow that.
You know,
they wouldn't allow that.
Get to keep my name, get to keep all this stuff. Yeah.
Maybe your name, but they wouldn't allow you not to dictate certain things. I mean, they're huge.
Yeah, they do some people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do some people. Yeah, people will look at creative and go, that sucks. I'm not fucking doing that.
Huh.
You know,
I guess you have to develop and establish so much backing to who you are that they allow you to make some of the rules. Which it's hard to say that any big establishment would allow that. You know,
right.
They're way bigger than you.
Oh, absolutely.
And
I'm just a spoke on the wheel, man.
Right.
The fucking wheel's just gonna keep moving.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's just pro wrestling. Period. I'm just a spoke on the wheel. It's gonna keep moving whether I'm in it or not.
Yeah.
You know. I just truly believe that I know where I'm going to go, and when it happens, the whole world will know.
That's how it should be, man.
And it'll be awesome.
You should feel that way, and that you want to, because nobody's gonna prop you up like you can yourself. And some people may look at that as like, well, that's very egocentric and that's very arrogant. It's like, no, that's not. No. You believe in your capabilities and you believe in your talents. And that is of the utmost confidence. And anybody that has that same confidence level should be admired, and should be looked to as a beacon for you, or a light of hope for you to believe in that same type of construct within your own belief system. Because if you keep suppressing your own belief and you listen to the outside voices that tell you that, hey man, it's a pipe dream, or you know, look, I mean, it's a give you statistics. It's 1 in 100,000 that's going to be the case for you. And then you look at their position and what they live in and what their environment is and what their network of people are, and you can see why they say that. Well, you can see why they're disparaging, etc. You allow yourself to listen to those voices, then it's very easy to dismiss the small still voice that's inside of you 24/7. And then when you start to do that so often, you start to remove it completely. And that's when your dream dies. And that's when any possibilities of your dreams materializing die.
Yep. I agree.
That's not how anybody should live, man.
No.
And you want to give it your best shot, and you've given it a very, very good shot up until now. So I think it makes sense why you would, be like, well,
and like the
give
thing
yourself
is
a cutoff point.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing though, is like a lot of people are especially a lot of people in the industry are expecting it just to come to their fucking front door. If they don't know you exist out there, they're not gonna know who the fuck you are.
Exactly.
So that's why I put so much time in doing certain things and certain different being certain places and so on and so forth. So they fucking see who I am, see my face. They recognize me. The staff recognizes me. The ring fucking crew recognizes me. The refs recognize me. Everybody fucking recognizes who I am. You know? And then the word starts getting around. Hey man, maybe we should start you guys should take a look at this guy. You guys should hire this guy. Like he's fucking busting his ass. Like he's da-da-da-da. Like he's here for the company. Because that's what they want. They want people there for the company. They don't want people just, this is just a stepping stone for me to get to the WWE. They want people there for the company. Because if you're there for the company, they're going to be there for you.
Do you think it's that as much as they want talent?
Yes.
Because they want to make money. They're a business.
Of course.
So I would say, wouldn't it be fair to say that above that, they want talent?
They do want talent, yes. So you have to be talented and you have to be willing to be there for the company. Whatever they need you to do. And I'm not afraid to get down and fucking get hard work. I'm not afraid to set up a fucking ring. I'm not afraid to do any of that shit. Like, fuck, dude, I ran ring crew at fucking Ring of Honor before I became a fucking wrestler there, you know? It's like, it's nothing new to me because I'm a grinder. That's what I do, you know? And a lot of people, they think, because I I do the indies and I get fucking flown places or whatever the fuck, that I don't have to set up rings anymore. Like, fuck off. I don't have to break down chairs. Fuck off. You know, like, that shit's not, you still got to pay your dues. Wrestling doesn't owe you fuck all. Wrestling doesn't owe you shit.
I hate that term, fuck all. Why do I hate it? It's just certain words hit you.
I don't know why you hate it.
Certain words hit you and you're like, nah, that doesn't sound right. At least not out of an English American speaking mouth. Because isn't that what is that term? Like Irish? Is it Irish?
No, it's a European term, yeah.
Maybe
I picked it up while I was on tour over there.
Yeah. You should lose it.
Nope. I like it.
Lose it.
Beauty and Brawn. Lose it.